Okay, so first of all, I don't know what Drexon is getting this $1 million information from in Keys to the City.
I seen the
I was
transaction.
I was paid up measly 2 packs of fruits snacks and a bottle of Dasani water for this. So but anyway, basically this was just I'm a fan of MVC. Like I'm sure most of y'all who watch this podcast or listen to it, y'all know I like Marvel vs. Capcom. And I want Marvel vs. Capcom 4 to happen. Don't know if it's gonna happen, but I hope that it does. So I just decided like, hey, I came up with an idea. Let me design like a character select screen or something just, and let me preface this by saying, because, it just kind of, it was entertaining to see people saying this, that, and the third. It's like, it's, it's a concept I designed myself. It's not real. Don't, don't go out there and strangle your dog and your cat and kick a squirrel in the face because you didn't like what you saw on this design. It's just a concept. If you want something else, then make it yourself. I just want to say that because it seemed like people, that some people were acting as if this was official. Like I literally made this myself and then animated myself. This is not official. But yeah, I just wanted to see what I could come up with like in terms of a starting roster and also starting roster. Those are not all the characters that I had in mind. If NBC roster for me is like 60, 50, 60 characters.
Mhm.
But you have to understand if you're designing these things in these programs, it takes time for adding each element. So I didn't want to spend a week on a minute video. So let me just say that because it seems like that's hard for people to understand. Like I just can't be like bibbity bobbity boo and stuff appear on the screen. It takes time, a lot of clicks, and a lot of key input. So but yeah, I just wanted to see what I could come up with in terms of what I felt like a NBC character select screen would look like. I even designed like a logo for it, what I think a logo for the game would look like, and even came up with a sub name. You know, they always have like a subtitle, Fate of Two Worlds. This one is the essence of rivalry, which I think would be a pretty cool one for Marvel vs. Capcom because
That does sound pretty
that's
cool.
literally what the game is about.
Mhm.
The rivalry between these two companies, these characters. So and the game like exudes that essence even when from the game to outside of people playing the game, like the rivalries that have been built from these games, like Justin Wong versus Sanford, all those rivalries and stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to make it and put the characters in that I had, and I felt like the list of characters I wanted to make it something different. I didn't want to put the same characters that we've already seen in the game,
Right.
so I kind of switch it up a little bit. And actually, I have a list of all the characters that I would like to see in Marvel vs. Capcom 4, and it's just almost like 40 to 50. For me on Marvel side, I like to put Havoc, Cyclops, Wolverine, Gambit, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Star Lord, Killmonger, Vision, Magneto, Iceman, Juggernaut, Omega Red, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Loki, Thanos, Silver Surfer, Mr. Fantastic, Spider-Man, Carnage, Null, Green Goblin, Dr. Ock, Morbius, Bishop, Angel, Apocalypse, Arcade, Falcon, Doctor Strange, Iron Man.
Oh, you said
That's it.
arcade?
Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay.
he's like
Good luck on the
uh
X-Men characters.
Yeah, I haven't seen arcade like in anything in a while.
yeah. I remember him from the Super Nintendo game,
Yeah, with
Spider-Man and the
Spider-Man,
X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, from Capcom side, Guy, Bison, Captain Commando, Nero, Lady V, Captain Blue, Alistair, Jet Black, Proto Man, Base, Guts Man, Mega Man, but he has like stances. So instead of him just being like X or something, he could go into a stance and give some X abilities, battle network abilities, and like his original abilities.
But if
And
it was just X Mega Man, we wouldn't be mad though.
and his Volnet abilities too. So it's like different stances.
Hmm.
Um, Vol what's it? Volcano, Magma Dragoon, Jean, Leon, Ada, Krauser, Jean, Samanosuke, Batsu, Falcon, Strider, Hayato, Ryu from Breath of Fire, Ryu.
Oh, thank God.
Bo,
Which one?
um, I guess just in general. Uh, I guess maybe three. Bo, Wayne, Vega, and Wayne Tang. So those are some characters that I would like to see in the game.
Some you basically flexing that you know the whole universe.
No, I mean I had to, it's a lot of characters, so you got to look up some of them. Like Noah, I didn't even know who Noah was, but I looked him up and like that looked like he would be a dope character to put in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was just a passion project, just from a fan. Like I just
Right.
had the idea to do it. I feel like I actually have something else in the works related to like the MVC4 and something else too. So it's just you have to take it with a grain of salt, people. It's just what I wanted to put it like how I saw it in vision is not official. So, I understand there's nothing wrong with somebody having an opinion on something that they like or dislike, whatever. But,
Right.
there was a few comments I saw that was just like, okay, I feel like people just kind of nitpicking, but it is what it is. It's not going to stop the train of me creating something. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out to, maybe get some hype going. Maybe this could have started the movement. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even expect it to get on Invent Hubs in the first place, but
Hmm.
yeah, just me. First of all, I'm practicing on my skill set of like with these programs and making sure that I'm evolving and learning these different things. And
Hmm.
that was most of it. But it's just an idea that came about, and hopefully that one day we'll actually see the actual real NBC for it. But for now, you can just go watch the video of me and my apparently garbage from most comments NBC4 character select screen. So
Yeah, the thing was when I was looking at the what's called like the character select screen that you did, and I was kind of like I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I kind of like I think the inclusion of Proto Man was pretty cool because I mean, when was the last time you had Proto Man in like an actual fighting game? Like, I mean, what might have been that old like that old like Mega Man fighting game from
I was
like a
gonna
million
say,
years ago,
was
like
it what's that game called?
right? Because
I forgot the name of that game.
Bates was in that game too, right? Like,
I think so.
yeah, that's old. It's old, man. It's super old. So I was like, okay, cool. Nero, having Nero in there was really cool. Um, I was thinking like when I think of like Breath of Fire, I think like yeah, I think you can't go wrong with just about any Breath of Fire Ryu actually. Um I would probably say I know this is might seem kind of corny to some people, but Breath of Fire 5 number 1 because Breath of Fire 5 would be kind of like going against the grain because most apparently a lot of people didn't like that game, but like the I feel like the dragon form that Ryu has in that game is very appropriate. Would be very extremely appropriate for a game like Marvel vs. Capcom. It would be like okay, he's more of a dragon human hybrid instead of like just a straight dragon, like straight up on screen and stuff. So you could make that into a mode instead of it just being like a straight super. Um, yeah, I think like it sounded pretty cool to me. I think like having like the vision I think would be really cool. I thought the inclusion of Nightcrawler was actually really awesome because I haven't man, when was I mean, has Nightcrawler ever been in a fighting game
The
before?
only game I
Yeah.
think he's been in were the X-Men Academy games.
Yeah, so like Nightcrawler hasn't been given a fair shake like ever. So it'd be kind of nice to I'm just give him a fair shake, man. Of course, in the inclusion of the Juggernaut, you got to include the Juggernaut. I feel at this point, there's no point in not including the Juggernaut, but that's just my opinion. Um, yeah, man. I think like characters that I would like to see, characters like Venom and stuff like that. I think Venom is a good. Venom's my favorite like comic book character. Period. Right. So as far as I'm concerned, you can put him in every game, and I'll be happy. So, um, maybe I don't know. I think I don't know. I think like that's a pretty like the roster that you were saying like it sounds pretty good to me, man. I think like some of the comments I saw at Event Hubs, I was just kind of like, man, like you guys are taking this. You guys are like not even looking at this the right way. Like it said, like this is a passion project. This is a fan just doing something. It's supposed to be like fun, and like it's like people look at it, it's like, oh god, well, I don't think this, I think that, and blah blah blah, and I'm just kind of like, man, you guys, man,
Not
like,
once it's on the internet, the fun
yeah,
is gone.
I mean, yeah, like you just like sucked the fun right out of it, man. Like it was horrible. I was just like, man, like it's supposed to be cool. It was cool, man. I would say like Devin, it was cool. I thought it was cool. I thought it looked cool. I feel like you know I feel like just like as a side note, I feel like oftentimes people like come on comments and they're looking for a reason to be miserable or to be sour about things. So they if you dig far enough down, they'll find it, man. They will find it. They'll find some way. So I mean, but I would say good job, man.